Brad Goldberg. I'm a board director at Spark Networks. Spark Networks is the leader in religious-focused dating sites with properties such as JDate, JSwipe, and Christian Mingle.
Justin MacLeod, CEO of Hinge. Hinge is an app for people who are looking to find their next relationship.
My name is Jay Neves. I am the Chief Operating Officer of First Beat Media. We are a company that has thousands of niche dating websites. We have 3 affiliate programs that cover mainstream non-adult dating. We have an adult casual dating program and a gay dating program that leans adult. And we operate globally.
Ken Deckinger, co-founder of Jess Meet Ken. Jess Meet Ken is a dating app for women to introduce their best guys to other women. And guys can only be on the app if they've been nominated by a woman. And she writes why she thinks he's so great. When there's a match, the guy and the girl can talk, or the 2 women can talk. The woman who nominated him and the match, they can talk, kind of get to know the guy before the 2 of them talk.
My name is Daniel Mori, Vice President of Marketing at Zoosk. Zoosk is an online dating site, one of the largest online dating sites in the world. We connect 40 million singles almost worldwide, and we're very proud of that.
My name is Geoff Cook. I'm the CEO of MeetMe. MeetMe's a meeting portfolio. We have apps MeetMe and Scout. We have 2 million daily active users coming in every day, 8.5 million monthly actives. People are sending 55 million chats a day. It's a great place to find new people to chat with.
I'm Gina Klein, and I do business development for Startup. Startup is an insight-driven mobile technology company.
Brandon Wade from SeekingArrangement.com. I'm the founder. It's a dating website that I founded about 10 years ago. It's matching sugar daddies along with sugar babies. So essentially trying to, for somebody who wants to meet a really wealthy and successful guy or girl, that's where you go.
Mourtazov, owner, CEO, SmartMatchApp. SmartMatchApp is a system that tailors to professional matchmakers. It's a CRM system. It's a sales and marketing system that allows them to organize all their data in one place, search, match, and basically market themselves and network between each other.
It's my first time at iDate. We made an investment in Spark Networks in August, and so excited to be here and learning all about the dating industry and meeting lots of great people.
This is my first time at iDate. iDate's great. I got to get up there and share a lot of knowledge and get a lot of feedback on our product, and meet a lot of peers and kind of communicate, learn best practices, and kind of understand what's going on in the industry.
It's my first time at iDate. The event is fun. The venue is nice. It's nice and warm out here. We get to meet with a lot of vendors, a lot of people in the space we already do business with, as well as people we didn't previously know. So very nice.
Yeah, so this is my first time at iDate. I heard all about it from my coworkers who have been to quite a few iDates and think the world of the event. And after spending a few days here, I feel the same way.
First time at iDate, and I enjoyed. Met a lot of nice guys, a lot of nice people. I think we're gonna have good business results.
I really enjoy meeting anyone. Actually, Mark pulled me into a speed dating or speed networking session, and I had 3 somewhat random conversations, but it's really good to meet people who interact in all parts of the dating world, not just senior people I'm having a bunch of individual meetings with, but also to meet people who work in different parts of the industry, just as an opportunity to learn and come up to speed and hear about the different things that people are seeing. A lot of my focus is around understanding the customer, thinking about strategy, and it's a great overview and landscape to really understand that.
Yeah, a couple other CEOs, some people who are investors here at the conference, some people who are vendors at the conference. But it definitely seems relatively high level among the types of companies that are here. Definitely a lot of CEOs and VPs.
It kind of has run the gamut. I have met some operators, which is cool. We do primarily come to these things sort of for networking, just kind of get an idea of what's going on out there, who we can do business with. We've met some people who we can work with on the traffic side. We've met people who we can work with on the payment processing side. We've met other dating site operators that we can do deals with as far as trading traffic back and forth. So yeah, it sort of runs the gamut.
Met a lot of CEOs, a lot of other dating founders here. There's people with different platforms to kind of help out your dating product. People from all different aspects of the industry.
Well, a CEO is standing next to me, so I'm definitely meeting those, and I came with a CEO, so definitely meeting a lot of CEOs, but also a lot of director level employees, as well as some of our account managers. A lot of our partner vendors have sent affiliate managers here to meet with us.
CEOs of other companies in the meeting space. We were meeting vendors who are interested in pitching ideas. A pretty good diversity.
So I've been meeting a lot of CEOs and presidents of different apps, which has been great. Also in business development, it's been really interesting to meet a lot of the other companies in the same space, just to figure out what they're doing and what we can do better.
We met CEOs and founders of dating companies and matchmaking companies.
I've taken a ton of notes, and I'm going to reflect on everything and send stuff off broadly to our team and to the rest of the board. And so I certainly think there's a ton of stuff to think about, and we still got another day to go.
I got a couple ideas about how to target people in ways beyond what we're sort of thinking about, just because it's not a huge part of our business yet, but I know it will be in the future. So it's good to hear people who do think about that.
The presenters can be a bit play it close to the vest as far as things that are working for them, and there's actually been a few here who haven't done that, which is kind of good. So there are things that I have written down that I am going to try when I get back.
Yeah, I got a lot of good ideas. I think I got some ideas about helping us kind of go down our path, take the next steps.
A couple of smaller items, absolutely. There's some things we should probably be doing better.
I think there's at least one idea we had that came out of this event that is going to require some more thought inside.
Understanding the trends, it changes year to year, and it might be very, very minute changes, but these minute changes are kind of important to understand the trend of what's happening. Much like when we tried video a few years ago and it didn't work out, but this year video was brought up again as the sort of sort of the trend for the future, which makes a lot of sense. And when you look at Snapchat, more of the younger generation are much more comfortable using video. So that's something we're going to be looking into again because of this conference.
A lot of interesting ideas because people come up with dilemmas and questions on what the new trends are and where everything is going in the future and what can be learned from the past. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely very educational experience.
I wasn't coming for the purpose of doing deals specifically. For me, it's really about learning, building relationships, and so I haven't come with that intent, but I've met a bunch of people who I'm sure that I'll stay in touch with, and it's just been a great gathering point from that perspective.
Not sure if I found business that's really tangible, but it got a few sort of takeaways or new thoughts about the way people are approaching things, for sure.
We do have a couple deals done. Yeah, we're going to test them, see how it goes.
No deals, but I think we might have some leads.
Didn't get any deals done yet, but I've made some really good contacts.
I meet a lot of people, and eventually I end up getting some relationships going. I think Scamalytics, they came up to me a few years ago. We're sort of exploring doing business. I know Real Gifts, they were here this year. I've been doing business with them for a few years as well. And Payment Wall was here a few years ago also, and that's how I met them. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I've met great clients, and I think we're going to do some great deals from both ends, from the dating and the matchmaking.
I learned the most in Mark Brooks's section, just sort of the overview that he did and sort of giving a great level of both sort of specificity, pulling out high-level trends. It's really the type of information that I'm looking for, and so that was super helpful, as both an overview and a chance to go deep on things.
I did think that Zoosk's presentation on user acquisition, I mean, they definitely, that is their game, and so it was really interesting to see someone who thinks about it that deeply and really thinking about tons of alternative ways to acquire users other than just like buying ads. So that was super interesting.
I really enjoyed Geoff's keynote. We were starting to get into the app space, so it was some pretty interesting info there. And the e-dating for free Christian, I thought he was great. He was really good as far as specific info that he would put out there. So I enjoyed his, and I shook his hand after, and I think we might be able to actually do some business together.
I was a big fan of Justin's session, actually Hinge. It's good to kind of get a little insight, see a little bit into the window of how he thinks and what's going on with their product. A smart guy, love to focus on product, and it's really interesting to hear where their head is at and how he thinks about things.
Geoff Cook, CEO of MeetMe, is standing next to me, so I'm going to go with that. But it's true. It made me go wow, primarily because A lot of the things he talked about are exactly the way we look at the industry. I like it when I notice that two large companies in the space have share a common understanding of the space we're in. It's a good sign.
I always like Mark Brooks' presentation and recap of the space. I think that does a good job, kind of laying out what happened. There's always some things you miss. It's a good reading and good watching.
So there were a couple of sessions that I really liked. I really liked Mark Brooks' section and learning all about the internet dating, and I can't wait to go home and sign up for his newsletter. Additionally, I really enjoyed seeing Justin from Hinge's section, and just as being somebody who even used the site, it was really interesting to learn about the iterations that they've made and how it's driving them to their future.
I guess Cortland Brooks section. I'm always eager to come here and really learn about the state of the industry.
There was a couple of very good sessions. I really enjoyed the panel because it brought a couple of experts together, and it was open-ended questions, so people were relaxed, informal, and talking about some critical issues about the industries.
I'd recommend this event to anyone who wants to learn more about the dating industry. I think that could be anyone from potential investors who are looking to try and understand trends that are going on, people who are suppliers or partners with people who work in the dating industry, as well as firms of dating companies. I think that it seems like there's a lot of companies who are sending senior people, but I actually think there could be a lot of value in people in operating roles having a chance to meet sort of people who are peers in other industries, because while there's a lot of competitive dynamics, there's also lots of opportunity for people to collaborate in that respect, and so I could see value for lots of people and in different roles across different types of companies.
I would say if you're in the online dating business and you want to learn a few things and meet some people, it'd be a pretty good idea to come out to one of these, see if it's for you.
I'd recommend anyone that is thinking about an online dating or dating app business to come to iDate. You get a good insight into what's happening and be able to get a sense of the overall picture of the space.
Just about anyone in the dating space. I think there's a lot to learn for newcomers, for smaller businesses. Personally, I find it useful for us as well. I like meeting with a lot of people who are in the space we either have an existing relationship with or we've been in touch with them before. It's useful to meet with them for 5 or 15 or sometimes 30 minutes and try to see if there's anything new in the relationship that we can get done.
I'd recommend it for anybody who maybe runs a mobile meeting app, a dating app, pretty much anybody in the meeting dating space.
So I'd recommend this event to anyone in the online dating app space, so publishers and then also other business development people like me, because it's a really great place to meet.
I would say anyone who wants to dabble into the dating business, anyone who's thinking of starting a dating app, CEOs of dating companies, they should, or anyone that wants to sell into the dating space. I think this conference would be great for them.
I would recommend this event to anyone who wants to build relationships in the dating industry or even matchmaking industry, which is a growing segment as well.
You got to come to iDate, all right? It's great. It's a great way to meet your peers and connect with everyone and understand and kind of get in tune with everything that's happening in the industry.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating industry.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating business.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating business.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating business.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating or meeting space.
If you're not at iDate, you're not in the dating business.
If you're not at the iDate, you're not in the dating business.
Well, for sure, if you're not in the iDate, then you're not in the dating business.